So anyway, I guess I should say welcome to the second Distorted Travesty free stream, because this is, of course, number 2. Last time, we started the game, we did 3 hours of stuff, we got all the way through the Mario Gate, did the Nightmare version for Mario as well, and we are most of the way through the Zelda place. I know there's a couple of things I've missed, but I don't remember exactly where they are in the overworld, so I'll just need to sort of finish this up, and then we'll take a look at the monitor at the end and see how many items I missed. But we are indeed in the Water Palace, the final dungeon of Zelda Town. And it's gonna be scary, because, well, this place is relatively big, it's pretty confusing, there's water all over the place, and stuff will happen, of course. So, yeah. Also, water physics, they are very much a thing, so we will be slowed down within that. Yeah, so, water physics and stuff are around, you see that, blah blah blah, there's a thing, reassign coordinates, blah, something's blocking out, that's, whatever, we need to just go through this place. Being a drama king, oh man. So we have a map in this place too, and we also have bat. There's bat, it can do bat things. You can shoot it, but it's weak to arrows, it's resistant to melee, so that is something to keep in mind. And then we also have this jet down here who kind of goes between water and land, and is extremely big. But we will of course drown if we spend too long in the water. That is going to happen once or twice, because I will inevitably misinterpret how long I have left in the water. That's something. We have 2 different sides to the rooms, and you can see we have water level switches there as well, so there's plenty of traditional water palace like things to approach here. Also, we have me being bad, but you know, that's nothing new. Spikes here do 12 damage, so that is something worth keeping in mind. They are pretty dang painful, and we cannot get up here unless we raise the water level, so we need to do that real quick so that we can keep on going. I do remember the first place I want to go is at the very end of this this particular dungeon, because there's a key that we need to get that's pretty much at the end of the place. So that's the first direction we'll be going. Hey Exiled, how are you doing? So that's something worth noting. Also, the fish, when they're in water, they will chase you quicker if they catch catch sight of you. So keep that in mind. This is the B-side of the second room, so, you know. This is going to be not quite as confusing as the Forest Temple in terms of general layout, but it's probably going to be more confusing to navigate. So, do keep that in mind. Now we have the sonic things for air. That is an air time extension, which we will be trying to get later. You can see, yeah, we have the old Sonic air times, so that's fine. We cannot get up there because the water level is too high. You need it to be level 2 for that. I'm doing alright at the moment. Hopefully the stream won't like die on me spontaneously, so then I can continue being okay. But yeah, because I was having a lot of issues streaming last night, and it was really annoying, because I wanted to do some Mario Maker stuff and it just did not work. There are 3 crystals in this this zone as a whole, and in order to get into this door we need to bust all of them, and once we do bust them all we will oh, we have a level up, nice. Once we do bust them all we'll be able to get the big key for finishing this place off. I need exactly 5 points for that, so that is pretty good. Yeah, I think my internet's running a bit better today, so it should be okay. Now this is a bit of a weird spot, because you can't actually get on top of the floating platform there, but you can do some trickery with bomb jumping. Remember, when you catch yourself in the radius of a bomb's explosion, you get the smoky feet, and that allows you to do a higher bomb jump, so that's how we got up there. It's possible to get up there, of course. Oh, damn it. It's possible to get up there with level 3 water height as well, and if you do that it's a little bit easier to get the item, but that's fine. So we took a net heart of damage there, whatever. This particular bit, there is a key up there. In order to get that key we need the water to be at height level 3, so that is pretty much what we would be going for just now. Here we just want to make sure that we don't get hit by those. I think we need the water at level 3 in order to get up the top there to get that air extension. And this is the final room of the place, which is, as it says, a maze of silliness. There's a lot of switches and stuff around here to change the water level to all sorts of different things. There is a bomb upgrade here, and here is where we need the big key. So we won't really be coming back to do anything in here for a little bit, although we may need to trigger the switches every once in a while, because this is a good place to start, you know, with certain switch stuff. Wow, that was actually pretty cool. I wasn't kind of intending that to be the thing. That's what I wanted to do. So if I remember rightly, there is a key in like the top corner or something here. I guess we will go up and check. No, actually there's not. Okay, I'm pretty sure there was a key somewhere in here, and if it's not in here, then we need to use the we need to use one of the water levels that we can switch to in here, so like level 3, so we can do stuff in the previous room. So yeah, okay, so it's not. You see, rocks can hold platforms, and they also stick to the bottom of rocks as well. That is of course referring to the floating platforms here, so it's hints towards the puzzle later. We won't be bothering with that just yet, but we do want to try, and we need to be a little bit quick about this because air is a bit of a concern. There's a thing down here for that. I could just about snipe the guy. A quick note about bombs. Bombs do not work underwater. They just go kaput. So that is something that we will have to keep in mind, because we are limited in terms of what combat we can use in the water at the moment. So that's fine. We don't need to worry too much about that. What we do need to do is get up here, because you see this is the key which I was referring to before. There are 3 keys, 3 locked rooms in total that we need to use keys for, and that will inevitably let us get to the 3 crystal things that we had before. Now I'm coming back down here just to sort of show there is a switch there. In order to get the air upgrade we actually need to do some trickery with that, and I am going to drown because I'm not close enough to a thing to get a thing. So yeah, that is the whole thing about drowning. It's a thing that can happen. So in order to get the air upgrade, I may as well get it whilst I'm in the general area. If I can actually do... I don't know if I can do what I think I want to do from here. Am I gonna drown again from this? No. So that's good. What I want to do is I want to have the thing at level 1, but I don't actually think I can do that without... because the bomb of course can't explode that switch because it's underwater, and I'm pretty sure here is not a low enough level switch. So yeah, I need to come back into here with a different switch level. Yeah, these oh, I had arrow, I have momentum from stuff there. Oh dear, so the air bounce can sometimes screw you up if you're not careful. Of course then it lets you do cool stuff like that, so I really need to watch my air here, which is why I'm not going to bother killing that guy just now, because if I do, I will run out of my time. And you do not wish to run out of air like ever, because instant drowning death is not fun. So, in order to get the air thing, you need to come back in here with a level 1 switch from the other side, which is a little bit awkward. Oh, me getting in my blind spot there, go figure. So to do that, I actually don't immediately remember how we're gonna go ahead and do that, but we'll find out as we go along. I can use the bomb against this guy if I want, but he's kind of being a jerk face and staying away. They are weak to bombs though, so if you can use your bombs, then you can easily get a one-shot. So, in this area, we can use our key in order to go ahead. If you can hear a dog barking outside, that's kind of because of... Oh, we could use this one. I'm thinking multiple things at once there, but yeah, there's a particularly vocal dog that's in one of the houses nearby that you may be able to hear. It's not too loud, but I do have my window open at the moment because I'm kind of warm, so if you can hear that, I apologize, but stuff has to stay as is with that. So we can still get over to the other side of this by jumping on the platform here. And with the level 1 switch, we are going to be able to hit the that level 3 switch all the way down the bottom and ride a platform up in order to reach the top of this. Sounds kind of confusing, and that's, well, not entirely inaccurate, but let's not get ourselves hit by these jerks too much. That guy doesn't know what to think right now. Also, I don't have my piercing arrow. What do I have on at the moment? Do I still have the elemental thing? I need the golden bow on because piercing is good, yo. So, what I need to do is I need to eventually ride up on this, and I need to chuck a bomb to hit that switch. That's pretty much the go-to here. So we need to just time the explosion right. Because if you just let it go, it's going to go too far, I think. Or do I have to stand from like here? That's a bit too close. There we go. So, you hit the switch, you stand on the platform, and it takes you all the way up. And then from here, you just need to not die during the little jumps and stuff going across this. So just tap it. And there you go. And you could even save load if you wanted to get out of this room, but we don't need to do that. We can just go from here. Oops. Hopefully, if I don't... So, wait, I should probably get air first, because otherwise I'm gonna drown in the next room. So, and I can recover my health up here. So, as you can imagine, this place is gonna probably take a while. But that's okay, because you know what? It's an interesting little zone, and that's all that really matters to me. So I need air, like, really soon. I'm going to drown if I can't get this, which I can, thankfully. So now I need to lower the water level again, because I actually do need to get up there in order to get some stuff. We're going to have to do a similar water lower raise trick in order to get that switch block, not switch block, the bounce block up high enough that we can use that as well. But that will come in a different thing. So for now we need this at level 2. Hopefully, I think I can still make it back to the same point in the previous room. Hey Tilde, how's you doing? So here we can, well, we can go around this way. I don't actually think going this way does much. Well, it puts us on the A, like it's the A side it would put us on for that. I don't think that really helps us all too much, but then again, we might not actually be able to go back this way. Can we? Well, we can get up here, so yeah, that's fine. So we need the water at level 1 in order to get up there, but to get the other air upgrade. But we don't need to worry about that just yet, because we want to go back in here. There's actually one of the crystal thingies over here. I just wanted to use this switch to hit level 1 first. So The idea here is that you need to use this switch to get the stuff back up at level 3 in order to get all the way up and around this, which means you're on a little bit of a time limit in order to hit the in order to get to some air. And that's what this switch is for. So we get up, and I think you can bomb jump this. And you can, so we can get to here, and down here there's another little bit to deal with, which is fine. And that bat just kind of sniped us because it's a jerk, which is not so good. But you know what? Doesn't matter because there's health up there. Stuff to prepare to tomorrow. Yeah, things just got a lot better. I wonder why that might be. Okay, so we've broken one of the 3 crystal things, and then this pipe takes us back up to here. And if I am thinking about this right, we can use that switch to get to level 1 first, so that the stuff in the next room will work out. Because I want to get the crystal thingy, which in order to get this, now I need to raise the water level within this room. Actually, I'm not sure. I mean, there's the switch down there, I think is the one you need to use. So I might not actually be able to do much with that, because if I switch rooms here, then I can do stuff in here, but I can't actually do anything with the other thing. So I need to basically wait until I can get to the 2 switch down the bottom there. But that's okay. We can do that. What we can do whilst we're here, though, is get sniped by an awkward bullet, I guess. But what we could do that's maybe a bit more constructive than that is grab the key here. So that's good because you got a sandwich. Oh man, sandwiches are nice. So yeah, we need to trigger that switch thingy. So we'll need to go around for that. Was there any... No, there's a thing there, but we obviously don't need to do anything with that, which is cool. And I think if we go back along this way, we'll be able to get to stuff down here. Just fine, just don't hit the spring thing there. And we can grab the crystal thing here. So that's 2 of the 3 done. And this lets us hit a switch here, which will then simultaneously let us get, because we're in the same room now, we can now go ahead and grab the airtime, which is over here. So that's pretty good. That is now 20. I think you start with 20 seconds of airtime, so that is now 23 seconds we have access to, which is pretty strong. So that's good. And now we need one final key in order to get into there. And that key is right back at the start. And to get that one, I think you need water level 3. Because you need to be able to get into that entrance up there. And that's only really accessible by the 3rd water level, which is what we are going to get over in this corner over here. So that's fine, it's not too far away. So once you've gotten that done, you just need to be a little bit careful not to get hit by the spikes at the top, which is not too bad. And then here you follow the stuff along the top, and once you are done sniping bats all day every day, you get yourself the final key. So now we can go into that entranceway that we saw before. Of course, in order to do that, we're going to have to lower the water level again, but that can be done down the bottom here, so no problems there. I saw the fish, I guess I wasn't quick enough in terms of removing it from sight there. Whatever. So, having done that, we now get to here, we hit bring this up, And there's a level 3 water thing up there, which I know we need to hit for something, because we need to hit that in order to get the thing down here, because this platform's in the way, so that's the whole point of that. We'll also be able to get a thing down there once we do this, so beneficial stuff all around. The fish actually can't hurt you when they're not in water, so that's kind of a neat thing. And with a bomb jump, it's easy enough to get back up here, so I think we also need one to get to here, which is fine, and then a well-placed bomb will be able to get into here as well. It can be a little bit tricky to aim it sometimes, so it's easiest just to do it that way. And then we let the water come up. That guy just phases straight through the wall, but that is okay. And you need to melee these things apparently, so that's fine. So we'll do that, we'll grab ourselves the last, I'm pretty sure that's the last item in this area. And we can make our way out. Okay. I was a little bit worried there that I was gonna die, but no, apparently I live. Right, okay, so with all of this shenanigans done, we've broken the 3 crystals that we need in order to reach the final boss key room. So let's go ahead and do that. Which, that is just over here. Yeah, I should have killed that guy first, but I did not because I'm a dodo. Yeah, so now this door is open and we'll be able to go this way. Which is good. Don't really need the health, but we'll pick that up anyway. And now we have a couple of kill rooms with water switches, so that's kind of interesting. Obviously the different water level stuff could be kind of annoying if you're not careful. We can't actually kill this guy with anything that's particularly effective, but that's okay. And just make sure that we don't run out of air, which is happy days. And now we have all sorts of different water levels in this particular kill room. So this gets kind of interesting, because obviously all of the stuff here is designed to make you hit the switches, and you know, you just got to be a little bit careful about your water. That's really the only your airtime. That's really the thing with that. But it's not exactly too difficult. I mean, we've got enough arrows at this point that we can utilize a lot of them. So that's pretty fun. And over here is the big key. And now we can open the final door. I guess you could call it a boss key as well, because I know sometimes big key, boss key, I think nightmare key was also used in one of these elders, right? I can't remember which one, but I'm pretty sure it was used in one of them. I should have taken some air before I did that, so that's what we shall do. Because, yeah, this bit can be a little bit time consuming, and that's fine, but you don't have unlimited... Really? Okay, so that's how you're supposed to get up to there, but I guess I need to hit a level 2 switch. Really? Oh, there's a level 2 switch right there, of course. So I thought you could get up with that with a level 3, but apparently not, so that's the one. Yeah, Link's Awakening had the nightmare key. So, I mean, that makes sense because that was the whole thing about that game. So, yeah. So, like I said, pretty sure that is all the items in this particular level. So now we just need to do the big old rock puzzle at the end here. And in order to do that, well, the main thing we need to do is we need to get both rocks on top of each other down the bottom here. I know that's potentially what she may have said, but yeah, that is the overall goal. So to do that, we need to push this one first, because this one will end up falling into the gaps that that'll basically make it inaccessible from the other side. So if we push the other one down first, we wouldn't be able to stack them. So yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel that way as well, Ross. When the key is the size of you, it probably shouldn't be something that you can just instantly lift. So, in order to get this, we do need to hit a level 1 switch at some point. So we need to get down to it. The only level 1 switch in this place is right down the bottom here. So we can hit that now. Now, that platform with a rock on it is going to fall down really slowly. It kind of looks super awkward, but that's fine. And then we need to get back up to it, so we need to hit the level 2 switch here. And, that, admittedly, is not something I have seen before. That's kind of awkward. I wasn't able to push the rock there for some reason. Hopefully that's not going to impact things too much. There we go. So now you can see we can get this rock to the end of the chute here, and we'll be able to drop the other one straight on top of it. So that's fine. You would think that, Ross. Yeah, it doesn't exactly follow precise logic. Let's just put it that way. So here, the other rock is at the top, so this one's nice and easy to pick up. We just need to... oh yeah, there's a switch here as well, but it's kind of hard to hit that one, I guess. But yeah, we just need to make sure that we are going to be able to push this one to the left, and we'll follow it down. Super slowly, because you know that's just kind of how it goes. And if I've done this right, boop, onto there. And we have a big old rigmarole scene here for opening the gate. Oh, it's such a silly thing. So now we have all of the warps as well, just in case we need to get back here. And boss fight. Boss fight indeed. So there is an achievement with this boss fight. It is something that is beyond my abilities, so I'm not going to get it, but I'll spoiler it right now. The achievement for this fight is to only use bombs against this guy, and you'll find that that is extremely difficult. Also, hi Greg, how you doing? And New Age Retro Tiamat. That's a really interesting name there. But yeah. Also, yeah, Bertus, I'm not going to be playing Pokken because the internet I have at the moment will not be strong enough to stream it, and I don't really see the point of playing it myself, just by myself at the moment. I hopefully will do it at some point, but I mean, I've already been kind of burned with Splatoon that way, that I wasn't able to play that at all. I do need to try and play that game now. I wouldn't be able to stream that, I'm pretty sure, because it just didn't work on my old internet, and it's still basically the same internet, so, you know, just a little bit quicker. Hey, Eternal Fire Seal, how you doing? So, this spooky white text coming up here, and tried to block Jeremy out. Maybe it's the virus, that's a likely thing that could happen. So, welcome to the Aqua Serpent. This guy is interesting. Two very distinct phases within this. The first phase here is not too bad. You've got to duck under that second phase. If you can get a bomb off against this phase, it's pretty good, but I am terrible at using bombs against it, so that's fine. Let's just go with some arrows for a bit. You see there's some projectiles starting to creep in here as well, so that's a thing. Once you've done a reasonable amount of damage to it, the water will rise a little bit. And yeah, I am not very good at using bombs against this, but you can see how sort of difficult this would be to bombs only. If you're gonna try and do it, I would recommend trying to do it in a refight. And I actually didn't realize we were in the second phase already, so now I kind of lost a bit of health that I could have used there, but now the spikes on the ceiling kind of come into play proper, and this is where bombs are pretty useful, because you can use the bombs to kind of hit the phase here at the very end. I should probably have put the contact armor like thing on. I wasn't really thinking about changes to my equipment at all, but I really should have been, because if I had the contact damage down thing here, I'd at least take a little bit less damage if he rammed my face. So there is that. There is a sneaky surprise coming up a little bit later into this phase. I mean, you can see sometimes he does 2 of these in a row, and then you've got to kind of loop around this a little bit more. Sometimes it doesn't quite work out, which is a shame. But yeah, once you've done enough damage to it, then the water starts going all crazy wild as well. So, interesting fight, to say the least. Also, I'm pretty sure this thing is from Castlevania, whereas the gate itself, of course, is Zelda's, so maybe a spoiler for things to come, who knows. Right, so we only need like 1 more bomb hit here, so if we can survive... Dang it! If we can survive 1 more phase, we should be alright here, but that implies that I'm going to survive said 1 more phase, right? Okay. Oh, I didn't get the bomb off though. Bollocks. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to survive another 1 more phase then, because I failed spectacularly. That's pretty magnificent, not really. It's okay though. Oh, this is not a good place to be trying to avoid those. Yeah, I wanted to be in the middle there, and I wasn't, so I should have had this done first time, but I suck, so whatever. It's fine. You get the general idea. Yeah, I am bad at aiming. You can leave boss encounters, by the way, to change your equipment, because you can't actually change your equipment in the middle of a fight. So I probably should have done that, but I'm like, whatever at this point, I don't really care. The little bit of water here doesn't hinder your movement too much, but it's designed to stop you from being able to plant bombs on the ground to hit him. So that's fine. We also took more health this time than last time, because I didn't just drop one of the pots, so we have more health to work with, which is good. Okay, I had to clear my throat for a sec there, so I was kind of more focused on that, which is not particularly great for my DPS, but whatever. We can deal with it, it's fine. So, oh, I need to be... whoa, okay, that was cool. I didn't think that was gonna work. If you can stand in a good spot, you can just kind of spam arrows at it, and you can do a lot of damage in that phase. So you just need to have your positioning right. You can also see when his body parts are glowing is when, or when they go red is when the shots can be fired out of them. So it's not completely RNG that way. I missed a bomb, but that's okay. We still got some good damage off with the arrows, so it might well still just be 1 phase to handle this. Let's not get ourselves sniped, that would be perfectly fine. Let's do that. And there we go. Not too difficult. Also, hey, Asian Tides, how are you doing? Right, that was fine. No more water, and there's glass going under, of course. Oh, God fucking damn it, man. Connection with Tampa Wave, don't know who or what. Maybe a virus distorts connections, not... well, yeah, could be. Only one thing that knows the methods, blah blah blah. That's a reference to the first game, and we will find out more about that later, I'm pretty sure. Excuse me whilst I have a quick drink with that, because apparently my throat was like, yo, you need to clear me in the middle of all of that. So yeah, Chip's not here, because it's in the next room. It never ends! The water palace never ends! So yeah, that was 2 attempts at that guy. Not too bad. I had 3 deaths in this entire place. 2 of them were to drowning, so there is that. Alright, Where's the chip? We've kind of gotten the thing. Something else is here. Uh-oh. If you guys know water tower stuff, yeah. Oh hell no, Shadow Cherry, not fighting this. This I gotta see, yeah. Please enjoy. Sarcasm is hard to. Yep, whatever. And poof. No shadow fight. Sent it to the vault. That's totally not gonna come back to bite us later, right? Oh no, not at all. Apparently we can not do that anymore. What? How confusing. Yeah, direct connection, alright. I don't understand. That's just like the bullshittiest of bullshit logic, but whatever. Wasn't a virus that tried to block us? Who knows? Someone from the vault did it. Okay. Okay. So something really is weird with this whole virus vault thing. Good, but that's what we need the MacGuffins for, and the MacGuffin for this place is here. So yeah, just one of these. We've got 4 more to go. Yep. We have been playing like 5 hours now, and we have only got 2 of these things. So yeah. Anyway, now we can use our link abilities outside of the gate. So we finally have a standard method of attack that's not just killing Mario enemies with jumping. Which means we can go back to the city and we can destroy all the robots. And we can get the defenses and stuff back up to restore the city. Yes. So Claire, yep, Claire can actually be used in here now as well, but Claire does not have any attack abilities. Also, we have just cleared a path apparently. So yeah, there is that. And of course, we need to get out of the gate. The best way of doing that is to go back via the teleporter. And when we do that, we get stopped by a cutscene. Something is calling out, "It's Zelda! Yay, Zelda!" You missed the muffins? Kind of. I kind of as well, but they got destroyed in the first game, so yeah. Apparently, of course, Chalby and Navi basically can hear Zelda here. For what? Get rid of the servant, stopping the virus? Yep. That's fine. Apparently Jeremy can't see this, which is interesting. That's Lunk! Yeah, Claire can't see it either, so apparently being on the 4th wall doesn't allow you to see everything. That's kind of weird, but even Jerry can't see it. Alright. So it's going to give us a gift, which is fine. That's pretty cool. Welcome, the gift of the Triforce! Oh man, we have infinite power and all of that. Just shut up and watch. Alright. The infinite power is ours! Roar. Oh. That's a bit less, magnificent than infinite power, but okay, we still get an extra heart, which is fine. Yeah, after all of the gates, you do get a heart container at the end of them, so that's fine. What X can do, and interpreted by blah blah. Yep, so the programming has basically interpreted game characters and knows how they are supposed to act, so that's a thing. Feels an imbalance and wants to help. Well, the heart container is most definitely going to help. That's for sure. So no more crunching. Yep. By that I mean let's move on. Whatever. Thank you, Zelda. Thank you for the heart. That would be nice. Pretty cool. So yeah, there's our heart container. And if we go to the other side of this, we can see the stuff that we missed. So I actually only missed 2 items. I missed them both in the overworld and the second part. I am pretty sure they are both in the same submap, so I just need to find that submap. And I will be honest, I don't actually remember exactly where it is, but we will find out. Is it in this corner here and I just no, it's not. It's gonna be in like one random ass corner that I just never went to. I went into there, so that's fine. It is possible to get all the items in this gate in one go, so that's why I'm going to try and remember. I'm pretty sure I went into the beach bit down the bottom here, right? Because I know there was a thing... Wait, did I go in this corner? Is that where it is? No, it's not where it is. I know there's a thing... Oh, it was a different beach corner that you can go into. I don't remember where it is, which is weird, because... I mean, I went into the middle of the forest here, which is where I know one of them was. Is it in... like... a corner of somewhere really stupid? I don't actually know, and it's gonna bug me now, but... I'm pretty sure a heart container does not contain her literal heart. We already went in this one, so that's fine. Yeah, I know it's like one secret submap that I always forget where it is, and this is gonna irritate me now. But that's what we've got to find. Because I'm pretty sure there's not one in here. We did go into that one, right? Pretty sure we went into that one. Because that's one of the obvious ones. And then this is just towards the Great Pass. There wasn't anything going that way. This is kind of awkward. There's always going to be that one map. Wait, that was confirmed in Twilight, but what? That it's like actual hearts of people? Because that'd be kind of monstrous, but okay. There's not really any reason for me to go through here, because I know we could just teleport from the town or something, but whatever, I'm gonna go through anyway because I can. Hopefully not get chomped on in the meantime. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Whatever, we'll just go through town. Oh, this is gonna be the fun bit of having no, like, quote-unquote editing stuff during the whole YouTubes of this, is that I genuinely forget where the stuff is, and that's not so good. Wait, do I actually have to go through the thing there? Ah, I fucking do, don't I? God damn it. I know where I want to go. I want to go to the water maze thing. So I guess we do have to go up through this. Not this, that other one. Yeah, we have to go up here, because there's probably like one patch in this stupid water maze that I never actually ended up going in, and that's where it is. If it's not there, then I need to like seriously think for a bit, because yeah, I'm not leaving until I have all the stuff, because we can get everything on the first go. I know this because I've done it before, so yeah, going through repeat stuff again, because we haven't seen enough of this stuff yet, apparently. Wow, that was a good shot. Oops. Would help if I was a little bit more accurate with my arrows sometimes. Because I don't have enough of them left to just spam them all over the place all the time. So, one here, there is no kill as well. Oh, wait, no! Freaking orcs. Whatever. Or was it just like somewhere really stupid? Because there's not a thing here, which is somewhere you might have expected somewhere, you know, something to be, but I guess we're gonna have a look through all of these again, because I know there was one in the corner, but we already got that, so it shouldn't be there. But I don't remember where it is, and that's bugging me. Oh dear. Controlling stuff in here can be actually more awkward than it should be. Maybe it's just in this little stupid corner bit that I, like, because I know there's a path here. If it's this particular one that I didn't go in the end, I'm going to be upset because that's pretty obvious to go to. But, we'll see. Is this one I recognize? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we actually did go in here, but you know what, just to absolutely confirm it, because I know there are 2 items in here, let's just double check that we did not end up... I don't know, maybe people can say if they recognize this or not. This might actually be what we were missing after all. We'll find out shortly, because there's a chest that... this is the one I forgot to go to. God friggin' damn it. Okay. That's fine though, at least we know that this was the place, so we didn't have to do much exploration of ridiculous stuff, which is fine. Don't actually know what I was expecting to happen there, but quite clearly I was not thinking in a good mindset with that. And we'll just take the hit, get the bomb upgrade. That's all the items in this place, so we'll just teleport back, and we can confirm 9121545. There we go. Yeah, I think there's a second thing. Is there any logic to Child's movement? I've set her to roam randomly and stuff, just to roam around, so it's, yeah, there's not a huge amount of logic to it. I can move her mouse, I can move the mouse, and that like controls her. Also, you can do that, not that it really does much. You can do different effects. If you use the middle mouse, you can have all sorts of little sparky sparks coming up, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's pretty much what she does. So, we have another nightmare gate. I actually need to heal before we go into that. Let's just do that at the end here, when I eventually get that. And we can go back. And we should have the hearts to do this. Yep, recommended heart 7, that's what we've got. So, welcome to the longest nightmare gate. I'm pretty sure this is the longest one, because all of these rooms are like big maze stuffs. And it's a Link's Awakening type thing. So, a useful thing to note here, I guess, is that the elemental shield is pretty good here, because those fireballs hurt. They do like 8 damage as a base, so they will do 6 damage at the moment with the defensive stuff that I have. So, useful thing to know, they hurt a lot, so keep that in mind. Now, in this first room we're looking for 4 keys, and we need to hit switches in order to make those keys available, because they are all behind locked doors, or like bar doors as you'd expect. You've of course got more of these jerks who are a bit painful to deal with in a lot of situations, but when you have height advantage like that, they are totally fine. So that's good. Oh, we need out there, because our end result is to get the 4 keys to here so we can proceed. But it's a big old room with a whole bunch of stuff in it that if you die, you have to redo, so try not to die. Well, we're hitting with some of our arrows, that's the main thing, there we go. Can be a little bit difficult to hit those guys, but that's fine. We got ourselves 1 key. Each one of the keys has got 1 pot for 4 health back next to them, so you're not having to do this without taking any hits, but you do need to be aware of how many hits you are taking. Use the bomb just so I don't have to actually go up there, and then this jerko is dealing with the next key. You can see the fireballs kind of go all over the place in terms of where they try and snipe you from, so you do have to be aware of that. At least the music for this place is relaxing, right? That's something useful. So, this switch, rotate switch, we will find out what that does soon, because I don't think I need to have it actually pressed first. I'm going to go up here, even though this is the return... Actually, no, that is the return path. I should have gone down first and killed a guy up there, because that's going to annoy me in terms of taking damage on the way back, but I did not. Wow, I'm surprised that worked. I'm pretty sure I need to go here first in order to hit a switch, so that down the bottom I can... Oh, jeez, these fireballs need to go away. I need to be able to hit the guy first. There we go. Bombs don't really do anything against a firebird, so you have to hit him with like 4 bombs, and bombs are incredibly slow to hit. Anyway, that switch is for down below, and now we need to rotate the big old cog here with this one, and with that we can go back up to the top. There's one key at the start at the top left, but we weren't able to get it at the time because there was a switch that we needed to hit first. So now we can do that on the way back, actually, because we fall all the way down here, and there is a thing over at the end of this room which we need to get, so that's fine. You actually don't run faster than the fireballs here, so you'll occasionally have to jump over one like that, which is fine. So, oh, we actually do have to go from here. Do note, this is, again, just like the first Nightmare Gate, we are locked into only using link abilities here, so we cannot switch to Claire during this. So... Oh, we actually didn't hit the switch for that. Okay. I missed a switch somewhere. Where's the switch I missed? It's not there. No, it's not up there. Okay. I was kind of hoping we'd just be able to get back, because I did hit the switch over here, so that must have been for something else. Where's the switch? I don't know. I thought I had all the switches before, but obviously not. Because I did hit the one that was up here as well, so that's fine. Whoa, I thought I knew this place, and apparently I was mistaken. Because the switch down here was just to get up, the switch up there was just to get down the bottom one. It has to be relatively close to where we were, so I've, whoops, gone way too far with stuff there, but that's kind of what can happen with this realm here. Oh. Blind spot in the sword. It's not too common for me to actually get lost here. I don't know. There's not really very many places I can go otherwise, because obviously you can't go down here when the switch is like that. Oh, I didn't go here. Okay, there we go. Well, that's all it is. There's just a thing here for it, and you can use the bomb to get it without having to go down, because, you know, that's the smart thing to do. And then from there, we just need to go up and not get ourselves sniped by the fireballs on the way past. And there we go. All 4 keys collected. And with that, we can get to the end of this place. You can, of course, just do it in one loop if you are a bit smarter with the whole not missing stuff. Of course, not getting hit by a fireball would help, but it's fine. You get a decent bit of health back anyway, so yeah, it is. So it's good music for that. Alright, so again, if the place is being too ridiculous, you can use the teleport, but that is for pansies, and you have to redo all the stuff anyway, right? So not really much of a point in doing that. So ducking underneath everything is really handy for you know, positioning and stuff here. It's actually quite nice that you're able to do that. Then there's this place, which, if I remember the solution to this, There is a thing over here. Yeah, there's a rotate block over here which you need to hit in order to we're not gonna kill that guy, it's gonna take too long. I think if you place a bomb like there. No. Okay, so I missed a switch, but basically you want the bomb to trigger the switch whilst you're on the whilst you're in here, basically. Because if you trigger the switch otherwise, it's going to yeah, let's avoid the 6 damage by taking 12 damage. That sounds like a pretty reasonable proposition. Right, so that'll hit the switch so that we can go here. Because what I was trying to say with it is that if you don't do it there, then you're going to have to this is all going to be for 10 AP. That's kind of ridiculous. You don't actually need to kill these, they're just kind of annoyingly in the way at the moment, so whatever, we'll do it anyway. Button mashing, go! There we go. Yeah, if you were to hit the switch like here, you'd just get trapped in everything, so... who knows, Psychotic, who knows. I'm not really too interested in competitive mons at the moment, but we'll see if Sun and Moon actually does anything useful with it. So, these guys are kind of assholes, and do not like their faces, so that's why their faces just kind of got a little bit erased there. Golden Bow's actually not too bad in that place, because you can use the Golden Bow to pierce through the hammer guy, and hit the other one, the Firebird, who's actually weak against it, so that's pretty good, but yeah. So here, that bomb went way too far, but that is fine. We'll see. You basically want to trigger the switch here, of course, in order to get this going. So I need to place the bomb a little bit better. Obviously not like... Actually, I can just rebound it off the wall here. There we go. And then duck, because that one's going to come at me. So that's fine. Down here. And then this bit, I never fully realize how you're supposed to do this. But I think I have half an idea how this works. You do something like that, and it mostly works until you stop doing it at the end. But yeah, that is a really, really tough part to do without taking damage. Very tough area, but that's fine. So, now we combine crystal switches with rotate switches, and things start getting fun. So we need to make this switch blue again, so that the block here is available. Because we need to have the switch trigger whilst we are on the left-hand side of this cog here, so that we're able to go down. A little bit tricky, but totally doable. And then when you're down here, we can... I think you can actually just run under these fireballs as well. That is something to keep in mind. Also, this corner serves no purpose other than making your head scratch and go wondering why. Yeah, it's a bit... This corner is a bit strange. Let's just put it that way. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do that to me, jumpy block thing. And yeah, Robin LSL is one of the main sort of let's players of this game at the moment. He's doing a pretty fine job of it, and yeah, he is the source of no confusion there. So, in order to get through this, we want to basically we need to trigger the rotate switch down the bottom there, and the best way of doing that is to have the switch on red and then chuck a bomb at it. So that is exactly what we are going to do. So just making sure that I wasn't going to fall on the spikes there. So we can lob a bomb down the bottom and then jump to here so that we are within the thing here. And well, there's not really any reason to stay ducking it, so we shall just go on up, and now we're going to get introduced to another sort of interesting interaction with stuff. There is a crystal switch over there, and the fireballs can trigger the crystal switch. So we have this big old puzzle on down here, which involves the fireballs and guiding one to a crystal switch which is on the other side, as you could hear. So actually getting that done first time is pretty good. That took me a few times in the LP I was going to do. But yeah, you lure a fireball all the way over. It's a pretty good area to sit with the bow there, so that was quite nice. And then we have another one of these sorts of rooms where we have to find all of the switches this time, I believe, rather than just finding the finding keys behind them, because we need to hit 4 switches in order to remove all of those blocks. So that is what we are going to try and do. And to do that, we need to use all sorts of rotatey, crystal, switchy stuff, as you would expect, which is fine. I don't remember if I need to keep that as blue or red, but I guess I need it blue so I can go along this way. I don't know. All I know is there's a lot of these guys around in this place, so using your bombs is good for that. You can rotate the cogs by doing stuff with that thing. We'll do that in a little bit. There's more Mario blocks. Again, you can only jump at these from underneath. You cannot break them with anything else. So that is a rather important point to note. We can get down here without any issues because the switch is there. I'm gonna bust some of these because there's multiple ways of doing this room, but we might need to come back for that, because you see there's a rotate switch there that we need the blue switch off in order to reach, because in order to get another one of the things we need to get up there, and that's not something that we can chuck a bomb at. We need to actually get up there, and we need to rotate the switch to do so. But if we rotate the switch, it can be, you know, like from here, it can be a bit tricky to get back up. So useful to have that pathway unlocked, basically. Because now we have to go this way around, and we can do it, I think. No, we just fall down here instead. So that's fine. I think we can actually go from down here because there's these blocks. Yeah, there's these blocks here, so we can bust those. And with that, we can go down and around, but we don't actually need to because this is still here. So that's 3 of the 4. And now we just have one more switch to hit, which is, if I remember rightly, down the bottom end. So I think we need to rotate this again. Yeah, because it's that switch there that we still need to hit. So in order to hit that one, I think the blocks need to be red. So what's the easiest way of doing that? Pretty sure we need to hit the crystal switch from here, so it kinda has to be possible to get down via this path. Which is why we bust this before, even though I kinda didn't do a particularly great job of it, but we bust this before because now we can go down here, break that guy's face with a bomb so that he doesn't get in that way, and final switch hit. We then just need to go back up and make the crystal switch blue again because that's needed to reach the end part of this. Oh, that didn't actually hit it. Okay. So now we get to here, and we wait for a platform, because, you know, platforming! So, last room of the place. I guess this is the 5th room. This is not quite as friendly as the You Are a Super Player room from before. It's the tiles! You cannot actually kill these, and they do 4 damage. They're counted as traps, so your contact damage armor doesn't actually help against them. And I have no idea how you would do this in a no-hit scenario. This usually takes me like 3 or 4 lives to do because I am terrible at this section for some reason. It's when the parts of the floor that you're standing on start actually disappearing as well that it kind of it gets to be a bit insane for me. Oh, pff, I totally jumped there, but whatever. Yeah, there's no hiding. Oh, I didn't need to jump. There's no hiding in the corner during this. Oops. Well, I guess that works. It's not pretty, but it works, so that's fine. So we can take this to go right back out if we want to, but of course we have a boss to do, so let's go ahead and, well, do the boss! That's the obvious thing to do, so I'll take a quick drink whilst this thing all sets up. Jerry just knows. Inside joke with Claire. Mario Kart. Alright, so yeah, don't bring it up. Whatever. Chow apparently knows what this is, because, kitty face, you know. Girl night. Whatever, fight needs to start. So, this is the only time this happens in the entire game, as far as I know, but our bombs cannot manually detonate. Our bombs cannot be detonated by ourselves this time. We have to wait the full 3 seconds for them. That does come into play during this fight, so yeah. Anyway, Find a Nightmare. This guy is a bit of a butt, and it has a few different ways of being a butt, and I forgot exactly where I needed to sit to avoid that attack. It's pretty great. So, as you can see, it has very much the Link's Awakening stuff here, so that's fine. You can sit in the corner to avoid that, which is good. And you basically want to just get a couple of attacks off against it with your melee chain, and then you want to go out of the way of it. So I needed to sit in the opposite corner for that. That's fine. It has several phases, as you would expect for this particular boss type, and I'm taking way too much damage off of this, but it's okay. We can see it's obviously resistant to arrows as well. So yeah, that one's kind of impossible to avoid. That was pretty cheap. So, if you've played Oracle of Seasons, I think it is, you will probably recognize this phase, because this is, I'm pretty sure it was no, it might have been Oracle of Ages. It's one of them. It's the second boss in that place, and you need to chuck bombs into it. And that's fine, that's not gonna hit. It's got like 4 different attacks that it does during this phase, which is fine, and you can dunk bombs into it like that. Obviously the energy balls there, you can kind of go around. I should have been higher up for that, whatever. We're probably not going to succeed at this first time, but still. If the guy closes up again before the bomb detonates, by the way, it doesn't count as hitting him, so that is something to bear in mind. And it's all about getting your bomb angles correct. You need 5 hits in order to end this phase, so keep that in mind. Too high. Yeah, we're not going to win this time, in case that wasn't completely obvious, because there's spoilers, there's more to the fight than just this, but you know, that's fine. Oh, I don't really want to kill it in this phase anyway, because these things can be really annoying to hit. Not hit, to avoid. I could have gone into the corner, it's fine. Okay, it was Ages. Alright, I played Seasons more than I played Ages, so yeah. Oh, really? So yeah, that's how you're meant to avoid that, and then You can avoid that in the middle, but it can get really annoying. Yeah, so your whole melee bouncing can screw you up a lot here, which is not so fun. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to avoid that sometimes. Whatever. That's enough to trigger the phase change, so I guess we're not looking too great, but... Oops, well, I clearly did not get that one right, but that's fine. So yeah, the idea was the same in Oracle as well. I need to not be on that side actually, because that thing could be kind of tricky to avoid at close range. Like, it's a non-lethal attack when you're at range, but really that bounced off of him? Dude, that's kind of disgusting. So yeah, using the platforms to dunk it at the start is not a bad idea, but then of course you're not going to be able to do that the whole time, so you'll have to learn to position yourself well, and I guess that was not quite well enough. Oh well. It's fine, because that one does land. We only need one more before we trigger the phase change, so that is good. Into the corner to avoid that, and then we should hopefully be able to do that here, and that should get the phase change. There we go. So now that we're done with that, we do get into the final proper phase of this, which is the arrow phase. I'm pretty sure he is immune to melee at this point, and the only way you are hitting it is with the arrows when the eye is open, as you would expect. You can see it does have some, it does have tells for its attacks, but yeah, you have to be careful about the arms here, because they are the really tricky bit to avoid. I needed to be at the other side to successfully avoid that, because it was going to just ram into me otherwise. Yeah, so just watch where the arms are, and you will be okay. Of course, it's immune to damage unless its eye is open. This is a really good fight for the crossbow, because you're not really going to be firing too many arrows off at once here, and the crossbow would let you do 50% more damage with your arrows, so this is a really, really nice fight to have that for. But I haven't bought that piece of equipment, so yeah, I kind of don't have access to that right now. That was just a bad position for me to put myself in there. So, we are actually at the final quote-unquote phase of this, though. And this is the phase where the players of DT1 would go absolutely crazy, because this is basically the ultimate final boss of the first game. And it was super ultra hard in that game, but here it is mostly just a scare tactic. This guy is actually really not difficult at all. Despite the way this looks, it is nowhere near as scary as it would appear, because you can hit upwards enough. So yeah, once you are at that point of the fight, you are done. So it's fine. That was what? That was another just 2 tries against that boss? That's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Once you do a Nightmare Gate, you do get an upgrade for all of your weaponry of that particular place. So we got an upgrade for the quiver, and then we get access to a level up for all of our weapons. So that's pretty strong. And we get back to Skyward Sword Town to get the next instrument. So yeah, still don't have any ideas. Nope, just as clueless. Yep, one of the instruments is here. We're not going to get another upgrade for the wallet. We only get that once, but it's fine. People rallied against the beast, sent into a frenzy. They cried for help. None could stop it. Ultimate MacGuffin tale, and we get the conch horn. So there we go. Not too bad, and we actually are basically where we need to be now, because we need to get back to town, and well, we are at town basically. We just need to go a few maps in, so that's pretty good. And now we can stab Goombas, but more importantly, we can kill this fucker, because this guy really annoys me. But yeah, we actually have access to weapons to kill him now, so that's pretty great. And with those weapons, we'll be able to clean out stuff in town, so that's good. Yeah, of course you can kill Mario enemies with regular weaponry as well. They are not just jump only, although they do have weaknesses and resistances like everything else, so keep that in mind. Who gave you the magic conch? I don't know. Yeah. So, back in town, we need to go ahead and kill the enemies, and not in this bit. We need to go ahead and kill them in here, because now suddenly enemies have appeared, and they are a thing. These guys are resistant to arrows, of course, so then they're a bit inefficient to kill with arrows, but you know what, killing them at range is pretty good, so... And then these guys are critically weak to arrows, so that's fine. Time to get the city back. Yeah, Claire doesn't have any offensive abilities, so we have to rely on Jerry for now. But, welcome to what I think is a pretty rad music. This music I actually do like a lot, so, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't remember if it appears in very many other places. There is somewhere else in town that it appears that we will get to soon, but, yeah, I'm not remembering many places that this appears. So, control sensors further up, blah blah blah, any major obstacle... yes, major obstacles. Obstacles, I guess. Is it ever? Yeah. So these guys are actually weak to bombs, so if you can use bombs at distance, then you can make short work of these guys, which is pretty good. So, do that where possible, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. You may notice I did level up, and I'm saving those points until we get to Gate 3, because clearly Claire's going to be the focus of Gate 3, and I want to have some stuff available for her immediately, so yeah. Anyway, welcome to an interesting idea here. This bot. This is one of the only enemies, if not the only enemy, who is actually vulnerable to enemy fire as well as your own. It's the only way that you can destroy the red blocks, and it can be destroyed in one hit by the enemies as well as you. So, yeah. Keep that in mind, because that is going to come into play for some puzzle aspects in a quick bit. So, there are two ways of exiting this room, and we are going to want to go in that left one, because that is the secret path. Before we get to there, however, we're going to have to guide the pinch bot down to it, so we shall do that. How much money do I have at the moment? 10,000, that's pretty healthy. I definitely would like to keep a decent bit of that around, so... Normally, I think in my LP file I actually bought the crossbow before that, really. I guess I need to just do this better. Come on. Jump, release it, and do it like that. Nope. Release it and explode earlier. I don't want to bust these blocks because the pinch bot thing is going to bust this first, and then it's going to fall down here. So you want to break this block without breaking the other two, so that then you can guide it to here instead. So, that's the plan, although I may have messed this up actually now I think about it. Can I still get up here? Because I kind of blew up a block by accident. Do I even need to get up there though? I don't think I do. I think I'm just being silly here, because I can feed the bomb with the conveyor there, so I don't even need to go through that bit, which is fine. Because that's how that's gonna work, and then we release the bot. The bot comes down, gets moved by the conveyor as well, so it's not super ultra slow, which is good. I better not do that, because that's going to make my make the bitrate go weird. So, like I said, it's going to come into here, it's going to bust this, and then it's going to follow the path down here and go to the secret zone. Should be noted, this bot does like 7 damage. It actually is the most damaging enemy in the area, so you have to be careful not to get your face smashed by it, because it hurts a lot. So, welcome to Puzzle Town. We want to get the rupee thing down there, of course. You can see we need to bust some blocks, but there are these things here that we can't destroy, but they're spitting fire, which would destroy the pinch bots. So we need to get the bots to the right place in order to actually open the area up. So, the way we're going to do that, of course we're going to bust this guy's face first. We're going to have one of them come down here so that we can bust the block from the left side, which is then going to let us get one from this right hand side here to walk down here, because once it's broken the block, this one's just going to walk to its death because it's dumb. So yeah, there's a little bit of a catch to it though. We can't just make this switch off immediately, because if we do, I actually thought I needed to jump for it. If we make this switch go off immediately, then it won't actually, it'll do what the second pinch bot did there, and it'll actually just fall off. So we need to make sure that doesn't happen, because you see that's what happens if they try and bust the block from the left hand side. They just get shot by the thing there. And then here it's not quite over yet, because we do need to time this so that it falls down, and of course I bust it because I am an adult. That's fine, we can now make one fall from this side, and it's a little bit quicker. So just a little bit of timing. Wait, no, those blocks are blue at the bottom. What am I doing? That's fine. Because we do that, and then it goes down and busts the thing so that we can get the rupee back, which is 10% more money. And that is actually really helpful, because stuff in this game is expensive, if you haven't noticed. There's been like 12 different equips or something that we could have gotten by now, and I've only managed to buy 3, so good job. The golden bow is really good against these guys, because the arsehole has piercing, shields which you can pierce through, so that's pretty useful. Oh, he didn't die in the hits I thought he would, which is a bit rude. That's fine. Well, I guess I'm gonna do that instead. That was the most inefficient way of doing that possible, but whatever. So now we have to guide one of these guys all the way over to the end. Before we do that, I'm gonna kill the enemies though, because obviously these enemies are going to get in the way and be Captain Captain, just like that. So yeah, they're kind of disgusting. They're not really disgusting, because, I mean, let's face it, they're actually robots. They're probably not disgusting at all, but I'm gonna call them disgusting anyway, because yeah, this is actually a re-edition. If you play one of the older versions of this game, this red block here doesn't exist. Only the bomb block exists, but it got re-added, and I think the reason it wasn't in the previous versions was that it was right next to the red block here. This block actually respawns, so it takes quite a while to do it, but it actually does come down again. And I think what was happening was that the red block was too close to this, and the pinch block kept getting exploded. But yeah, now we actually have to do this room, so we need to guide this thing over to the end of this, and then blow the block up behind it, just so that it doesn't disappear into nothingness. So, in fact, we need to blow it up ahead of time. That's not going to help. Alright, so clearly that was a fail. I think if we make the... If we do it too early, that if we just bomb the block now... I mean, if we bomb the block now, it's probably okay, but we've got to pay attention to actually get this thing over. So there's that, and then just position it right, and let the pinch bot do its work. So yeah, if you had played this in an older version, then you will find that that particular block does not exist. So yeah, good to know. Okay, so welcome to the boss of this area, because of course there's a boss. This is where we actually need to be in order to restart the defenses. but there's something locking it down because the virus is all over the place and it has a lockdown. So we have to bust the thing that's on the right hand side in time. Yeah, once the timer hits 0, it's going to lock down the system and it's all over. There's an achievement for doing this with over 1,000 units of time left. Not usually too difficult, but yeah. So, in order to do that, we actually need the pinch bot to do its thing, and we need to protect said pinch bot whilst it does its thing, so that we don't get face wrecked by that. Of course, lots and lots of defensive stuff is going to come up in the meantime, so we do have to keep that in mind. Is that going to hit? That's not going to hit, is it? God damn it. So I need to basically keep this thing alive whilst it explodes the place. Normally, in one cycle, I can get it to the second phase of this, so I'm a little bit disappointed that I wasn't able to do that here, because that's going to slow things down a lot. Because now you can see there's lots of stuff that it's got to do, and we have to keep it safe from everything, and it's really kind of annoying. I mean, it's not that annoying, but it can be really awkward. Because of course your own sword can kill stuff too, so you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna get the achievement of it this time. I mean, I'm gonna force the game over because I can easily get the achievement for this, so we're gonna do it. I'm not, like, going for super achievement stuff, but I got this achievement on my first playthrough without even really trying for it, so just be sure not to accidentally get hit by the pinch bot when you're doing this, because that would suck. And that should be enough to trigger yet the second phase. So now we have we have to deal with these as well. So long as you don't kill the bot with your sword, you're okay during this. But you saw I had it the first time. I'm just being super picky with it, so. That's fine. So we shouldn't need another bot at this point. Yeah, there we go. 1774 left as well, so it's not too difficult to do. You get level up too, which is quite nice. You beasted that thing! Yes, there you go. Time remaining, blah blah blah. No, you couldn't, Claire. You don't have... Well, I mean, you could have if you had your endgame stuff, but you don't, so you couldn't. Well, you're the one who doesn't have any weapons at the moment, Claire. Whose side are you on? Not in Paul. Oh, screw the Smash community, that's all I'm gonna say. Thought the game wouldn't suck, just wasn't wanted. Best comeback ever, obviously. And city defenses came on, so anticlimactic, but whatever. Somebody has to get the job done, right? And yeah, that's it. So we need to go back to Cyrus and Jin, and we need to find the next chip. One more point, not really. Let's just move on. And we actually have a teleporter to do so as well. Reason being, do have a look over there. There is actually stuff, but we can't get there yet. So keep that in mind. There is an item over there, but we don't have access to it at the moment. So now that we're done with that shenanigery, we actually can do some stuff in town. We can't really go over here yet because we don't have the tools to do so. But if we go far enough over, you can see there is an upgrade in there, but Mothball Bomb. That's what we need to get there. So we're not going to be able to get that item for a long time. Anything, and like this as well, the skill point here, we can't get that because we need Mothball. Mothball's in gate 5, so it's going to be a long time before we can get that. And there's nothing down here for us to get, so this is just in case you want to go from the other side, I suppose. So yeah, more humans, Cisco, whatever. There's a chicken! Pretty sure we already did the whole like chicken thing, but yep. There's chickens all over the place. You can actually dodge them without dashing, but it takes some pretty good abilities to do that, which I do not have. So yeah, we got chicken to death today. So that's pretty cool, right? Not everybody's out of hiding, blah blah blah. Let's just do the plot house stuff because it's there. Tension press in an element, whatever. Claire doesn't have to. Oh, shut up. Again, I didn't mind the text in this when I played it the first time, but now I'm just jaded to it because I've seen it like 5 times, so that's all I'm gonna say with it. It's fine. Anyway, whilst these two are doing their usual BS, let's get back to why we're actually here. Where are we going now? So, we know where we're supposed to go apparently, but the place is locked up. And we'll be going on an NPC hunt for that. Because, yeah. yeah, just do it. And, yeah, it would be nice to do that because this is the central hub of the game, so we will be doing that quite a lot. Gamer's intuition! Yeah! Pointless achievement! Even more than the usual pointlessness of achievements. Yeah, done. The setup to never be opened. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff in that vault. We need to try and have that not open. That would be nice. Still can't do anything here yet. That will come into play quite a lot later. I don't think there's any way that we can get up there yet. So I'm not really gonna try too hard for that. Yeah, because this isn't actually something either. Yep. West side, that's where we've already been, so we can't get any further that side, which is fine. But we have a new shop opened up. So this is defensive gear, and this is arguably the best item in the game, best piece of equipment. It's honestly debatable because everybody's got their own playstyles, and there's a lot of gear which I really like, but this is definitely in the top 3 in the game. Shouldn't really be any question of that. Normal damage sources is anything that is a red number, so that includes most traps, which are red damage as well. This will make so many things in the next gate much easier to deal with, so it's a no-brainer to get that. Well, it does require a brain in order to process it, cognitive stuff, but it's logical that you really do want to get that. Can I bomb jump here? I can bomb jump here, alright, so we can get up here as well. Do we want to buy another bottle? Sure, we're going to get a lot of chests and stuff anyway, right? So, I have the money, we'll get the bottle. So now I can buy some stuff that way, but getting up here just now means that I can actually go in this house and get the heart piece. So that's pretty good. We're only one more away from another hut. Very nice, very nice. We should get that before we reach the next gate, actually. And I don't know if you can see it on the stream because I don't know how blurry or otherwise stuff is here, but if you look really closely above that red arrow there, you might just catch a glimpse of a skill point. So yeah, there's a skill point in there as well. This is your heal. You have to pay 1 internet to get it, which is fine because you get an achievement the first time you do it, because pointless achievements are pointless. And yeah, there's distortion stuff that will probably destroy my bitrate and whatnot for a bit, but oh well, we'll have to deal with that. Boss gallery, there is basically there are times to do all the bosses and stuff. You can reset as many times you want here without dying, which is good, but you are locked into the equipment that you had at the time. So if we went to fight Bowser, we would not be able to use Link's sword on him. We would only have Mario abilities. But you do have extra hearts and all the skill points, so you get more damage, you've got equipment to do more damage and stuff, so that's how you're supposed to get all the gold times. and your best times will get tracked, but if you take a hit you lose 5 seconds. So the idea of course is to no-hit these bosses with insane timing and everything. So yeah, like I said, you can skip fights and stuff. It is possible to die in this room and you do get a special message for it, but you don't get an achievement, so I'm not going to bother with that just now. There is no way we're going to get that skill point yet. We need some jump augments before we can do that. And oh my god, that's a lot of birds. So yeah, it's a bird. Herder birds. Yeah, apparently that's fun. So that's somewhere, and then there's no way we're getting over there at the moment. That's just a giant ass gate that's blocking us. And Cyrus is apparently keeping us out because this is too dangerous an area for just now. It's on the other side, just some land we haven't explored much. Yeah, bots and stuff are aggressive over there, so that's the plan. Nothing can get in, which is good. And no, we have not heard of this mysterious chaos group, right? Acronym, just a huge amount of bots that are dangerous towards everything, really. No, Yoshi putting on the best ever cosplay. Tosses down pit. Yeah. Yep. Friendly bots don't speak kindly of them. So yeah, they're basically the mafia of this game, I guess. Bots creating bots, blah blah blah. Yeah. That's something we'll get into way later in the game. So, the only one we haven't spoken to yet is this guy, who is another human, apparently, so that's fine. It's kind of impossible to, unless you know the characters, it's kind of impossible to tell humans from bots, I think. Because all the humans, of course, are kind of cosplaying as a character, right? I don't really know who they're cosplaying as, because they're not game characters I recognize, but yeah. It's gone worse, blah 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 blah, set things straight, blah, whatever, Jeremy can do stuff. Of course he's written viruses and stuff before. Totally not foreshadowing stuff of that, but you know. Someone that had access code for gate, and that's who we're going to see here, because the virus apparently would attack this guy. That could be foreshadowing stuff as well if you want. Tail. Oh dear. I very vaguely know what that who that is. Very, very vaguely. Don't ask why, because I don't know. It was a random YouTube video I saw at some point. Yeah, so crazy contraptions, shoot to kill, 2 people to get through. Well, we have Claire is with me now. Yeah. Yeah. Guys in here. Yep, so we need to go in. And here is our introduction to dual character sections. Let's just put it that way. Split party tutorial. So both of us are needed to progress in this area, so we're going to control one character at a time. And if you played the first game, then you would know that what's surrounding Claire at the moment is a water shield. Water shield was a skill that you could use in the first game that blocked a certain amount of projectiles, and it can basically do the same here, but you don't have control over it. It's only on the inactive player. It's just to make sure that they're basically in an invincible state and they can't get hurt. So that's kind of a thing. But that shield does actually block projectiles still, so you can use it as a defensive thing to make certain sections easier during these split party areas. Yeah. So once you switch characters, control and perspective changes, so the thing moves out. When you are idle, there is a screen preview that shows up to show what the other character, what the situation is around them, so any projectiles and stuff going on, any enemy movement you'll see. So there's that. Yes, almost all enemy projectiles. That'll come into play later, that not everything gets stopped, but most stuff does. So yeah. Oh dear. Yep. Technically the fate of the world, blah blah blah, whatever. So, we switch characters, you can see Claire's path, as usual, and we can move around as Claire as well. So the reason we need to have both characters, and there's the preview thing, the reason we need both characters is because you see that red switch up there? The only time the red gate is unlocked is when a character is standing on that switch. So you can see it disappears and Claire can move on. So it's an interesting setup here, and we need a key before Claire can progress in that direction. So Jerry needs to go and find that, which is up here if I remember rightly. Don't remember, there is a dude up there, so we'll just snipe him down before he becomes a problem. And we can use... we can't push that one, I don't think. Oh no, we can. Okay, so you can push that block over if you want. Doesn't really do anything in that particular one, but it is a demo to show that that type of block can be pushed, which is fine. This guy is still an asshole, but Golden Bow is really good against him. So now we need to find a blue switch so that Jerry can progress, and we get that with the key. And then Claire still can't actually damage these things because we don't have any offensive abilities with Claire, so we need Jerry to come down and detonate those. And I think you need to push that down as well. I mean, we can just ignore the enemies down there. We don't actually... wow, they're solid, okay. You don't actually have to kill them, so that's fine. It should be noted that all the enemies will follow your lead character's movement, so that's a thing. Anyway, red key down here, and we will need Claire over here as well, but for now I'm going to use Jerry to clear the enemies out first. So that's fine. And with that done, well, this guy can kind of just teleport up onto there if he wants, that's fine. But you see, pushing the block down means that Claire can get up here too, so that's fine. I want to grab that if I can. I can't remember how much damage the spikes do in this area. I think it's 8, but they kind of look like 12 damage spikes, so they might be 12 damage. So, the other thing that you can do with your characters is when you leave them, when you switch character, as you can see, they stop entirely. Hey Nephilim, how you doing? Yeah, basically Eric is now a fairy, yes. Yeah, the characters stop entirely, so you can leave them in midair over a switch, so long as you don't, like, suck with your positioning. And I am royally sucking with my positioning right now, of course. But yeah, you can leave them over a switch. I don't especially like this guy being here though, so you know what? We'll leave Claire over the switch, because now Jerry can, like, kill this thing. Because this guy is really, really annoying when you can't kill him, so I'm gonna not bother with that side of things. And now, in order to proceed, both characters need to be inside the field, so we need to do that, and then we're done. So there's the tutorial for this, and it's X! X was a relatively big part of the first game, and he's a pretty prominent NPC in this game as well, so that's fine. Yep. Virus, of course, is struck absolutely everywhere, blah blah. Yep, world data is secure, so we're not gonna die anytime soon, but everything else is kind of still there. So, yep. Need us to get used up. Oh, the girl. Ouch! Rude! Just a close friend. Yeah, sure. We can bring up once again. X, of course, does not care, just like everybody else. And moving on. Yeah, so we need access codes for the greatest stretch, and that's because there's a gate over there, which is our next destination. So that's fine. Snap stop the virus, warn you, be careful, blah blah blah. There's an access point to the vault out there, okay. Why would you have an access point to the vault on the mainland? That doesn't Like, and especially relatively close to the city. That's like, ew. You know, that just doesn't sound like a good idea at all. Activity around is strange. Yep. Very good hold. So apparently the vault is still secure enough that it won't just shatter and all the nasty viruses come out of there. But we need to get a move on, because we need to get rid of this virus that has shut down everything else, and yeah, it needs to be removed. By the time blah blah blah, find some data. Yeah, so now we have the code that we need to proceed, so we can go ahead and do that. Don't even need to get any more health, which is fine. We have the force armor. Let's go ahead and give that to Claire for now, because I do like the golden bow. It's really handy for keeping shield piercing and stuff down, because those shield bots are a pain in the butt. So this is a place that we could have gone to a little bit earlier, but it's not really advisable. There's not much that we can do, and I think there was distortion stuff going on around even the top bit of this, so we weren't able to get very far. Anyway, 007, this is Distorted Travesty 3. It is essentially a game about games. It's the third game of and the final game of the trilogy, but you don't really have to play the other ones to get a proper grasp on it. It's yeah, essentially that's a good descriptor of it. It's a game about games. We've gone through Mario Land, Zelda Land so far, and we are looking to stop a virus that has basically plagued the system. And when do you get to play? Well, technically you're active right now, but yeah, Claire doesn't have any offensive abilities yet still, so we kind of have to deal with that. Anyway, there's a leaf dude down here. These guys are notoriously difficult to see, so we may end up running into some of those at some time. You can see there's clouds here. We can actually step on those clouds, and I think there's something we can... There is actually something we can get up there too, so once I get rid of the bee, I think what we can do for this is we can jump and then something like that, but if you touch the side of the cloud then it still disappears. So yeah, I guess as a quick sort of spoiler for this place, this is going to be an area with a ton of resets to get items that you technically should probably wait on getting, but you can get them early, so I'm going to try and get them early. That's yeah, that's going to happen. So if you don't like that, well, probably not the best of times to tune in with this, but you know, you can get up there as well. I was low enough on health that dying there is not the end of the world, because when you die, you used to only get half your health back in older patches, but you now get 3/4 of your health back, so may as well just take it. I'm not gonna die, like force myself to die too many times, because I do still want to keep a relatively low death counter here, but it's kind of tricky to get up on this guy. I'm not sure. Yeah, he only has 3 hits in him as well. He's kind of a bit of a pansy, but I know you can get up there. I'm sure I did this in the I was gonna do an LP of this, and I'm sure I did that in but it's just tricky to gain height with this. It's easy enough to like juggle him, but it's difficult to actively gain height from it, which I think you do need to do here. Yeah, because otherwise that kind of happens. Maybe I should just give up on this one for now, but I'm sure you can do it, so it's like, you've got to try it, right? Oh, I could have had it there, actually, thinking about it. The higher, the bounce that I got at first there was higher than the second one, so we'll try it with that. Maybe not. Okay. You know what? It's doable, but it's annoying, so I'm not going to do it just now. That's pretty much it. I know it's possible, but it's too irritating, so whatever. This is an area for much later. We can't actually do anything in there right now. What else have we got to do? If we go down here, then there's a weird distortion thing that should start happening relatively soon. That, yeah, you can see it starting to mess my stuff up a bit. This is basically saying we can't actually go down here at the moment. We can keep on going, but eventually it gets to the point where it overtakes the entire screen and it just instant kills us. So yeah, we are actively dissuaded from going down there at the moment. Now this skill point definitely is possible to get because you use the bullet bill and you jump off of that, so we absolutely will be getting that just now. Also, it is not possible to use arrows against the leaf guys. They are immune to arrows, so keep that in mind. Yeah, so we can get the skill point. Like I said, I'm saving skill points until we get to the next gate because it's not that far away, and Claire needs all of the points that she can get because her next set is actually a really good set, but it needs some startup bonuses, let's just put it that way. So that's what we will be doing. There is stuff over... Oh, they were attacking someone up there. It is possible to get over there, but we're not going to be able to really do anything over there at the moment, so not much point in going there just yet. There is a point of going up here, though. And then there's a cloud, and another cloud, and we get to here. And if I remember rightly, there is like there's a thing all the way at the end of this that we can possibly get. Oh, we might actually be able to use the clouds here. Might be able to fall onto that from here. But yeah, heart energy. I wonder what set that might be hinting towards. So yeah, that's gonna be towards our next equipment set. So Claire will have something to do with heart energy. I wonder what that might be. Right, so, with that all said, I guess the question is, can I get to the clouds from up here? The answer, absolutely not. That was awesome. That guy just got wrecked by... That guy just got destroyed by that bomb there. Oh god, that was cool. Yeah, so there's decoder stuff going on. So you can actually get up to you can get up to here, but it doesn't really do much for you doing that because you can't actually go up to the top bit yet. There is an item up there, but we just can't get it yet, so yeah. Alright, so instant death pits, that's fine, we can deal with that. And yeah, Lakitu's involved. You know it's gonna be a fun time when that guy's involved and stuff, right? Oops. So we need to take care of these guys first before we do too much more. There is a skill point up there. I'm pretty sure we can get up there, but we need to use something else first. But there's something over the other end is what I actually need to it's what I actually need to reset the room for, because we do need to use those Koopas to bounce to something. And of course I can't do that if they are dead, so have I mentioned how much I don't like those guys yet? Also, bombs can be really good if you can hit them, but this guy's just not taking any of my crap right now. Oh, I needed to... Can I use a bomb jump to get on this? Yes, I can. Okay. So, yeah. The Lakitu that comes in is useful to get there. I think you can use it to get the skill point up there as well, but good luck doing that. Lactus tends to stay directly above you, so it can be really, really tough to position that. So I'm not even going to try, because we will get stuff to get that skill point later. Did that guy just like fly all the way over here? What a pro. Yeah, it's not worth it because we'll get stuff to do it later, so that's fine. So, access gate's close by. There's something in here that will that you can use. Yep. More awesome, of course. So, do note there's a bit of a spoiler in here, maybe, but you kind of can. You can kind of lure the paratrooper there for it, but it's really just more hassle than it's worth for now. It is possible to get it, but I'm not going to waste my time doing it. So, you may notice there's a pit here. You may also notice there is not a sign telling you that pitfalls are dangerous. For science! There's actually a thing here. More pitfalls. More freaking pitfalls. So yeah, you can do this much later in the game with more ease than we can now. But it is actually possible to do this area now, so we are going to do it now because it's here. Why else would we? Oh yeah. 12 damage off of the spikes though is super painful, so try not to get hit by them, of course. Then you got the clouds, which are kind of just going to disappear as soon as you step on them, but you can get yourself a thing which is actually a piece of equipment. And it's one of 3. You need all 3, and of course the 3 equipment slots available in order to garner their effect. But this is the one cursed piece that I was missing for absolutely ages because I totally just didn't even think about coming down in this bit. But you can clearly see on the map that there is actually a pathway down here, so I was just being dumb. But yeah, there's one of the 3 cursed items that you need in order to do some of the challenge stuff, which does serve a purpose. We will eventually see that, but not for a very, very long time. Because yeah, that's very late into the game that you actually get that stuff maxed out. For good reason too. Those things are definitely rough. Now here is one place where I definitely want to improve my defenses a little bit, because there's a heart piece. It's up there. It's really tough to get, and you need to bullet bill bounce. There's a high chance of taking damage off of these things, and taking 2 damage instead of taking 3 damage just gives you a lot more chances to get this. So yeah. This thing is really, really annoying to get, because you've got to kind of make the bullet bills sync up here, and you know, that's tough in its own right. But if we do get this just now, whoops, wasn't even looking up there. If we do get this just now, then it's going to be a whole heart for me, so it's more than worth it to go up at the moment. It's just super tough to do. Oops. Yeah. The problem is that top bullet bill launcher doesn't sync up quite as easily as the others. And to get onto it, you need to bounce off of one of the other ones. So that might actually work. Oh, it would have worked, but now I've fallen down. So the top one's gone off screen, so it won't. Yeah. Oh, that works. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay, so that's another full heart. Now we're at 8 hearts, which is super, super solid. And now I can actually go ahead and put the golden bow back on as well. So we do actually need to bullet jump up here though. But that's fine. There's a bee. Bees can just get smacked in the face. You I don't really care too much about. I guess I should grab that money. It's what 14 coins is not bad. 14 internets is not bad at the moment. And then the other item is at the top of here. So that's both items in that room. Pretty good. Oops, I got stung by a bee. So, you may notice the door there. That door is not actually where we need to go, but it is somewhere that we can go, and therefore we shall go, because very obviously we have to do all of the things. So, yeah. That's... it is possible by basically stalling your jump like that. There we go. So, Dark Room. Dark Room is a thing. It's instant death on the spikes, so try not to fall in them, I guess. And then we have fake Metroids that basically just have Metroid movement and super ultra easy to kill. So, yeah, there is that. This is one of those places where Chow roaming is not necessarily the greatest of things, because you can, if you have Chow as a fixed entity, then you can just mouse over the one part of the screen you want it to go at, and it's a lot easier to see things. But, I don't know, if I get too annoyed with stuff, then I guess I'll have her switch off, or switch to that. Ouch! Yo! Literal double kill. Literal double kill, that was awesome. So yeah, these guys do 4 damage. I think they do 5 damage as a base, because they do of course have 1 contact damage resistance. So yeah, they do 5 damage normally. Ah, anticipating the platform, not one of the strongest hits, but you can still use the mouse and stuff to get a better view of what's going on. But of course, Chow is set to roam at the moment, so she won't necessarily stay in the place that you want her to. You have been playing for 2 hours. Oh ho 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 ho. Yes, we know. So, also for some reason arrows light up the wall when they hit it, which is super weird. Not really sure what's up with that, but you know, that's a thing. So, we want to use the bomb to hit the switch so that we can go here. We do want to duck. There's a skill point. I forgot about that skill point and it killed me instantly. Derp, derp, derp. But yeah, the arrow lighting thing is really weird, but I guess it's kind of useful at the same time. There are definitely worse things that you can do with your time, and of course, as you see in bombs, actually do light up most of the map as well, so that's pretty good. Wow, that was a good shot. Just kind of predicting where it might be and sniping it from afar. Pretty good. Okay, so now I don't have to worry about getting that skill point. I can just kind of... Oh, there's also a cape buzzer down there too, by the way. It doesn't track you vertically, it only goes horizontal, so we don't have to worry about it right now. Anyway, second room of this 2-room mini cave thing, we actually have to defeat all the enemies before we get to the end, otherwise a path will block our way and we will die. So let's try not to have that happen. Golden bow can be kind of useful here because your piercing arrows are really good for taking out multiple fake Metroids. Of course, they're also pretty good at taking out the cape buzzard, but you can... Oh, I got Castlevania'd. Yeah, you can also use them to kill the Metroid thing as well, so... Piercing bow is just a good power to have around here. That's what I'm trying to get at. If you can make good use out of your bow, you can hit everything before it gets to be a problem. And here is another heart piece and some money, 1,500 incense. Pretty good. So that's all there is to this place, and then to get out of here you need to drop down there. Well then! If I move 1 pixel to the left, I am dead. There you go. That was cool. I didn't actually move, but I did chuck a bomb and that moved me a little bit, I guess. Useful to know. That was awesome. Okay. Oh, and then of course I just don't jump. And so that happens sometimes, like jumps and they do explosive damage. That's interesting. Did I seriously not? I'm dying more here to coming back than I am to anything else. That's actually kind of sad. Whatever, we haven't had that many deaths so far in this, so it's not too bad. And like I said, that's an optional area that you would normally get to later by using dashes. Hey, Raindrop, how are you doing? Yeah, nice to see you back as well, man. Like, it's been way too long. That's all I can say about that. It's been way too long. Whoa! I was not looking at the screen there. Oops. Probably should be doing that. Let's go ahead and do that. Try and not get hit again, because one hit on the fawns at this point actually would kill me, because they do 12 damage. I have no idea why the hell those coins are there. You're never gonna get them, so it just seems kind of pointless, but whatever. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be able to do a bit of streaming. Even if it's not like ultra high quality stuff, it is nice to be able to just do a bit and get back into the swing of things a little bit that way, you know? Oh, well, okay. Double kill. So outside of that one jump, this area isn't really that bad. It's just, oh, bollocks, and then of course there's this down here. If you fall off though, it can be really, really painful. Because there's actually a fish there too, which I just noticed that was gonna try and eat me. Probably gonna die this time as well. You know what, I'm gonna reset up here because this is easier to get back to, so yeah. That's fine. Double kill. Okay. So we need to snipe this bee from afar if we can, just because it's gonna get in the way if we don't. That's pretty much it. I guess you're supposed to jump over that. That's also a distinct possibility. We have a teleport stone here as well, because we are actually going to get into the third gate here. There's more birds. Birds everywhere. So, third gate, this time of course we are forced to use Claire the whole time, and yep, Claire the Vampire Slayer. We are going to have Simon Belmont stuff. Yeah, so Claire finally gets to do stuff. Now, do remember, Claire's movement is faster than Jerry's, and her hitbox is a bit larger when she's running, so stuff like that can come into play a reasonable bit, but I have not, except like all the time. So anyway, yep, stuff's gonna happen all the time. This time, it's just it's Castlevania, so you would kind of expect stuff. I've never liked this comment. This comment's just fucking sexist, man. I do not appreciate that comment, but whatever. Stuff. Who cares? We've just got to get through the castle and win. That's apparently it. Early Castlevania tiles, it's anything but simple. Damn right. yeah, it's not going to be super simple. Once again, we have no access to our other abilities until we beat the gate. And this is the one gate where we can't get all the items on the first go. So keep that in mind, because that is going to come into play a lot. So, before we go any further with this, I am going to use these 16 skill points that we've got into stuff in Claire's tree. So, just to sort of show the stuff that Claire has access to, we will be getting daggers and holy water as our two options. So we have some cooldown reductions for those. We have the mirror of Jerry's stuff from the link tree here. So we have increased stun time on the hair whip, and we have boost damage. So that's kind of cool. And then we also have Pulse, which is, I guess, kind of the equivalent to the bomb reduction stuff, but this is the one I'm going to focus on getting first, because heart recovery rate is super ultra amazing, and yeah, we really need to get that maxed out, so that's what we're going to do. And then I guess the next one I'm going to want to do is, well, I'm going to have like 1 point in all of these at least. So we'll just start with the holy water one. I think we should get a level up before we get any weapons otherwise. So yeah. Also of note, Claire's damage is a little bit a little bit higher than Jerry's to start with, but her attacks are slower. So that is something to keep in mind. Also, the fact that I am bad at video games is something to keep in mind too. But yeah. That's nothing new though. So yeah, you've got to be a little bit more deliberate with the stuff, but it's not too disastrous. And yeah, there's a bat, and now there's not. So as you can imagine, we are going to have stuff in all sorts of secret areas, including Mysterious Wall Chicken, because, you know, I'm not going to worry too much about some of the items that I won't, I know there are items that I definitely can't get on the first run through. I know there are some items I can get on the first run through after I have beaten the gate, because then I have access to Jerry, and Jerry does actually enable some stuff to be collected. You can duck under these ones whilst they're facing in this direction, so that's useful. So, that all said, I saw that panther there just like waiting to try and snipe me. It was kinda silly. It's actually kinda hard to see. Oh, that's not so fun. Unfortunately, again, there's not a whole lot I could do about that, I'm afraid. So, yeah, kind of a shame of that. Anyway, we do have items up there that we cannot have access to yet. Quite clearly, we need some augments to do that, and we will get. I don't know if I can get the other item at the top there, but I know we can at the very least get the heart extension when we finish this game. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, first boss time. It's a large vampire bat. It's a vampire bat that is large, very obviously. So it hubs in on you a little bit, and you kind of need to worry about that. And then it does some Dalmaku stuff, which I am going to do a champion dodging effort on, quite clearly. And yeah, really, it's just it's not that difficult a boss to do, but it can be awkward to hit it without getting yourself stuck in its own firing range. But it isn't too bad. It's a lot easier nowadays than it was when I first played it. Even though it wasn't really that hard when I first played, it's still easier now because Claire has much more bounce off of her melee than she used to. It used to be kind of oh, that's not going to work. It used to be impossible to chain Claire, or just about impossible to chain Claire's melee bounces together. But now you can see that she kind of just like floats a lot in the air with her attacks. And I am getting wrecked by the bat. Oh man. I actually died to the vampire bat. To be fair, I didn't really do much of a job of trying to avoid it, so it's not that bad, but yeah, it's certainly no too bad the Zubat, that's for sure. I guess this should maybe be noted, some of the other differences with Claire. You can see Claire's range, or effective range, is actually really good compared to Jerry's. It's more focused though, like Jerry is the sort of super wide arc swing, but it's much closer range, whereas Claire has this really good horizontal range, but she can struggle to hit things vertically aligned. Oops, well that was just badly done on my end. So here, of course, you want to try and play a little bit more defensively, but it can be sometimes difficult not to get yourself stuck in a corner. Let's just smash it in the face and be done. Okay? Okay. You're here to blah 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 blah. Return for architectural culture. Yep. I can do that there if I don't watch it. Yep. I could probably see that actually. Okay, so into the second of the sort of sections here. Gonna run straight into a thing because we can. Yeah, there's a lot of Hammer Bro bone skeletons up here, I guess, that you just got to be mindful of. Just don't get yourself sniped is the main sort of call here. Of course, getting yourself hit by the bones is one thing, but getting yourself hit by like everything else is kind of there too. If the ghost actually hits you, then it does drain some hearts from you. I don't remember how many, but it's not insignificant. But now that we're up here, it should be pretty easy to deal with these. Go! Get ourselves a good kill chain going, and that, I would have actually done some good if I didn't, like, just decide to tank all the hits. Also, there's a thing here. I don't think I remembered that in my LP. That is obviously not going to come up now, but yeah, I don't think I remembered about that one. Daggers! Get some daggers back. So apparently I probably should have just done the other stuff first, but this is basically the equivalent to arrows. They do pierce damage and stuff as well, which is fine. And the benefit, the damage is good, they're really fast, and they go straight forward instead of going in an arc like the bow does. So daggers are generally better, actually. As you can see, there is a door that forces you to get the daggers before you can proceed, so that's fine. But yeah, we have daggers now, and they consume hearts, so that's a thing. You see the hearts regen relatively quickly, even though I'm like taking all of the damage here. They regen pretty nicely because we did max out the recovery rate thing. Hearts are not that big a deal by the time you get to the end of this place. Also, the enemies, the pillars are kind of resistant to dagger, so yeah. You can spam these a lot, and that's pretty great, but you do have to make sure you don't just run out of hearts for doing so. Also, Wall Chicken is mysterious and full of walls, and we'll love the gap near the end, huh? I'm sure we will. So this guy actually is somebody that Retro will probably like if he decides to say it. He does actually have a pun line. I guess we'll probably see it at some point because he does tend to say it quite often. But yeah, he has a pun line. We'll see it later. Retro will enjoy it. Is there any? No, there's nothing down there. That's fine. These guys are resistant to arrow. Yeah, they're resistant to daggers, so that's fine. There's an item here, so we have more power on said daggers, which is good. I think it's an extra 2 damage that we get from that. Oops, so that's pretty good. You notice these guys do elemental damage, so that's a little bit different to resist than the force armor doesn't help you resist that, so that's fine. just something to keep in mind, really. And here is that gap that was mentioned that we'll surely love, because, there's a bone pillar here. You can just kind of jump it though, so it's not really that dangerous, but it'll probably catch you the first time you play. So, I guess keep that in mind. And there's the Magister Heads that people were after. I think these also drain hearts off you if you get hit by one. Like, I think they drain somewhere around about 15 hearts. It's kind of a lot. So you don't want to get hit by these for fairly obvious reasons. Although if you do get hit by one, I think it does have its own line as well. So maybe I should show that off. We'll get to the end of the room first and then show it off. Oh man, now there's two of them! Oh, I'm out of hearts. Hey, there it is! Senpai noticed me. So yeah, there's a thing with that. We gotta level up, let's get some skills. We get one to that, and well, we've got 3 points left, let's get some more damage up. So, yeah. That's fine. Now we have 4% more damage, so 112 damage on our melee weapon already is pretty good, so that's fine. I'm trying to remember if there was any other things here. Also, you can use daggers against them, but whatever. See, weird seeing them walk past them. Well, I already have really good heart regen, so I don't care. There aren't very many times where I need to break them for hearts. You get 5 hearts for that, for one, but I recover hearts at 0.4 seconds per heart, so it's not really that big a deal. By the time I hit the thing and it actually, by the time by the time I grab that heart, I've probably got most of them back anyway, so... it's whatever. If you look upon death itself. Blah, 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 blah. Just unlocking my holy water. Yeah, we haven't got holy water yet, so... yeah. About that. Turn back and maybe we can let you exist. No can do. We need to get the chip. Gonna allow that safe passage, blah blah blah. Stuff and plot and things. Yes, we escaped, so death is from the vault, obviously. I'm apparently running out of my Capri Sun here. Oh well. Yep. Program see how many bots in after making them, and yeah. Tested on many old worlds, and yeah. Death does not want to go back in that vault. Doesn't matter, I shall rain terror upon this world, for I am death, and this is what I do. Yeah, so it's a good question. If he knows what's going on, then why is he just doing the video game villain thing? I guess it's just because that's what he's programmed for, but then how does he know what's going on? Like, none of the other bots that we've seen so far have had this level of sentience. So it's kind of weird that this particular character has some level of intelligence that we just haven't really seen from anything else yet, right? But is still playing the straight villain. I don't know, that seems like a bit of a dissonance to me, but I might just be overthinking it, so... Yeah, but he's not going to fight us at the moment. He's not even going to set up a trap room here or anything, but... Yeah, all the stuff that a lot of the stuff we've been fighting so far has been, stuff from the vault, so it's kind of interesting. He creeps me out. No guessing that was going to be a thing. Right, so... We are now in the 16-bit Castlevania stuff, and if you can reach him, you can end all this. Yeah, so apparently Dracula's the one who's got the chip in this place, so I guess we need to we need to deal with him. So yeah, let's do that. So now we have these things back again. Good old DT traps, the maces and the spike traps. I think we saw the spike traps in one place before, but I forget where it was. Also, one thing of note: you cannot change the direction of the arrow of the knives at all. You can't duck to make them go downwards either. So, let's. Oh, whatever. The force armor does reduce damage from traps too, because otherwise these things would do 8 damage, and that's quite painful. Yeah, you can see these guys just don't care at all about your daggers, but that's fine because the whip is pretty good at range, and it's nice. So now we have ourselves our other weapon, which we use with C. So don't be like some games. Yeah, we know. Time and a place, man. Time and place. So you know, there is a door over that at the end of, you know, past that switch there. We can't reach it yet. We can by the end of the gate, but we can't yet. So time to get some switch action going on. So here's where the game gets interesting with its puzzle-ons and whatnot. So of course now we have 2 different types of weapon, and holy water is really good against these guys. So pretty easy to take them out with that. Oh, I needed to not quite do that in that way. Probably can't really see the Invisible Man that well there, but that's why he's invisible, right? But yeah, he's there. Just keep that in mind. So there is an item at the top of this bit. You can see the heart expansion thing. We can grab that, but it takes a pretty precise placement of the holy water here, which, by the way, for the record, just the way I've set my controls up, if you think of this on a SNES pad, jump is B, regular attack is Y, A is my daggers, and X is my holy water. So I need to press the opposite face buttons in order to get this. Not that it makes it too much more awkward, but it is a little bit weird. But yeah, if you can get the timing of this right, you can actually get up here, get yourself some extra hearts, which is really helpful. So that is fine. Oops. I wanted to hit the switch with a dagger, but I guess I should just hit it with that instead. I can jump to that, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's a ghost. Hi, ghost. You can die, and ideally I would want to kill it in 2 daggers, but no such luck. So yeah, you can see this is where we're going to see some more puzzle aspects here. Now, you may have also noticed that there's a flame involved in this here, with the holy water. That flame does more damage than hitting with the bottle itself. So you see that's 191, whereas if I hit with the flame it's 239. It's about 25% more damage, somewhere in that sort of region. It's now 20, 25, somewhere around there. It's quite a lot, and it's useful, but not something you should kind of kill yourself over. That's pretty much the thing for it. Definitely make use of it where you can, but don't go out of your way for it when it really doesn't make sense to. Yeah, I kind of remembered that guy was around. There's nothing in there. We can grab some health here, and just try and casually avoid the maces. There's a lot of them, so that's a thing, but it's okay. Lower this down early so I can just do that over instead. And now we have the Wall of Doom. I remember this. Actually, this reminds me. I need to highlight this as well, I think, because this, I think, was a room that I did on my first try when I was doing the LP stuff. But yeah, that's instant death. And it's not the most difficult of things to deal with, or, you know, in the long run, but it is kind of awkward. Especially, oh no, I needed to use the knife on I needed to use the dagger there on the other thing. Whoops. yeah, it can be a little bit awkward to hit all of the stuff with this. So I guess that's something to keep in mind with this section. There's multiple ways that you can approach a lot of the parts here, so that's pretty good. You know, it's a well-designed area. There's an item here, so don't neglect that. You can use your holy water flame to get up there, and that's the room. You're called to die, that's fine. We're only gonna we're gonna beat Dracula here, and then we're going to be done. There's a strike chain thing here we cannot actually access up there until we've done Gate 4. And even though these stairs are facing the wrong direction, we are going to be dealing with Dracula here. Enough talk, have at him! Yes. So Dracula is not actually the first figure that we see, which I guess makes sense because he's the final boss of this area, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. Not have the chip, blah blah. Clever to be awesome and say, "Die, monster! You don't belong in this world." I can't see that in any other. I can't see that in any other voice but the kids at this point, because honestly, that was a sad fact maybe, but that was my first encounter with the dialogue for this guy. Because I never played Castlevanias as a kid. I did not have the NES, and that was before my time, pretty much. The first console I got was the SNES when I was 4, and yeah, that was beyond time. Castlevania was never something that really appealed to my mom, so yeah, stuff would happen with that. Oh, you would. Yeah. Give a proper response. Totally not wanted in this world either, because apparently he's supposed to be in the vault, so it would still make sense. That's pretty cool. Oh, Jerry, please stop hitting on your ex-girlfriend in the middle of all of this. That would be kind of awkward. Could I get a hug? Nah. Wouldn't have the same about the voice acting. Also doesn't have his wine glass. Oh man, that's miserable piles of. Enough talk. Have at you. One line made it back in. Alright, so Dracula is weak against daggers. He's not actually weak against arrows. I probably should have had elemental damage resistance as my thing here. Or if I had the Kevlar vest, I would have that on instead, because explosion damage is actually pretty good for this fight. Explosion damage is the yellow numbers, and he does a lot of those. You want to get your distance here because a range set is going to come up there. You can tell where Dracula's going to respawn because of the blue outline, so that's fine. And he's not that difficult. He really isn't. Although you can see there is definitely a difficulty in actually hitting him sometimes, because that hitbox is mighty small, and I am out of hearts. So, oh dear, that's pretty close, dude. Personal space, man. Oh, he's all the way over the other side now, so that's fine. But you can see when I'm not using my hearts, because I maxed out the regen first, I get a lot of recovery off of that. Anyway, once you get to this sort of final phase bit here, you see he does actually have a resistance now to, he has a resistance to Pierce, where he started with a full weakness, so that's a thing. And, yeah, he's also resistant to Holy Water, so the best bet at this stage is just to melee him, and try not to stay... Oh, I am failing this now though. There's still plenty of health left, so I'm not really too worried, but I shouldn't be getting hit as often as I am here, because honestly it is not that bad. You can stay at range if you want, but the fastest way of hitting him down is to use melee, but when you start getting to too low a health, just just use range. It's easier. Slower, but easier. And then just one more. Okay, 2 more, because apparently I can't count. There you go. Here's a peasy. There you go. That's it. You kicked a lot of ass out there. Of course. Nobody cares. So where's the chip? We beat Dracula, right? Dracula was the one holding the chip, right? Nope. Spoilers, Dracula's not the last boss of this place. As Death is about to say, you performed better than expected, but a nuisance you still remain. Yeah, no. I am far too busy being a straight, plain villain. I am far too busy to fight you. I'm just gonna come here and mock you, because I can. The hell? Oh, shut up, Jerry. So, that's pretty much it for this area. And then we get to a new place. What were you saying about it being small? So now we're in Symphony of the Night Town. Pretty sure that wasn't all of it. Blah 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 blah. So now we've got the more sort of Metroidvania-esque aspects coming in. And anything special, there's MacGuffins. But there's no silver gold rings, that's kinda neat. Alright, Jerry adding absolutely nothing to the conversation as usual. Any actual plans? No, he's just being a plain old boring villain. High hopes, blah blah blah, standard villain vibe, yeah, no snarky comments, who cares about that? So yeah, that's, well, this is pretty much where we're going next, but I'm going to leave it at that, I think, because we've been going for a fair while. We've done quite a lot. We did the Water Palace, we did Nightmare Gate 2, we did a decent bit of exploration around stuff, gotten some extra things just before coming into here. There were a couple of items that I could have gotten in the first areas, but I'm leaving that until later because I don't need them right now, and honestly it's just more trouble than it's worth for now. And yeah, this area is going to be quite significant, so we shall leave it at that for today. So, I would like to thank you all for coming out. It's been pretty good fun. We shall continue this on Thursday, as long as everything goes as planned. Because, I mean, Thursday's the day I should be getting my bike back, so that'll be kind of nice. But I want to do this Mondays and Thursdays. Tomorrow, I don't know exactly what I'll do, assuming the internet is viable for stuff, because it wasn't on Sunday, but it was alright today, of course, so that's fine. I might well do some TCG. I need to sort of establish what days I want to do what. TCG might be Tuesday, Saturday or something, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'll work out what we're doing then, and yeah, till next time. This is actually the only time I've saved in this entire stream, so good job nothing happened, right? But yeah, thank you very much for watching. We don't have any skill points to put in, but that's fine. And yeah, here is Claire set. Till next time, take care.